Live again. Gonna continue down the road of implementing this cruiser. That cruiser. Which is really just a giant ship that you have to blow up from the inside. Add ceiling. Alright, so I need ceiling ability to hit my head on ceilings. I'm going to start by making that just part of the floor. Alright, let's go in here. That side, go away. Got some geometry here. Let's add some ceilings. Put that right about there. Duplicate that. This should probably be like 2, huh? It's over here. Shrink it. Okay. Looks pretty good. So now if I that cool. Tiny little room. This sticking out there is kind of weird. My guess is this should actually be over to the left a little bit. Right about the edge there. Same thing with this guy. Right about the edge there. It's fine if they're on the inside just a little bit. Five. Eight. No. And also these things are going to be yet ground, and then I just needed like a head collider on the player now. And I guess it's really for only when I'm where's that ship update? So here's my velocity is less than or equal to 0. Otherwise, I'm going up. So let's do a similar thing. Recast. Kind of all the same stuff again. Except this is like instead of foot, this is like head. 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 What's foot distance? Foot distance. I guess I made that up somewhere. Foot distance. Oh, put it right there. That. Maybe we'll also do that, but this is going to be plus. head. Vector2.up times velocity, yes. This will always be positive. Foot collision mask is the same. And if I hit my head, then basically position.y equals, basically just set my velocity to be 0 right away. What is this other stuff that's happening? No animation stuff, no landing stuff. Okay. Velocity is 0. And I want to make sure that my position is outside the collider. So can I do the same thing with like that desired move stuff? Let's see. I guess this is now vector 2. Desired 0. So this is dot x. Again. So what I want to do is, instead of actually moving, which happens somewhere, and where's my falling with gravity? Here. So this is going to be desired y equals that. Yes. So then what I can say is, don't test my position. If position.y plus desired move.y. Oh wait, is this assigning the position? Okay, that's fine. And then just desired move. 0. Velocity becomes 0. Velocity.x. Current that stuff. I'm going to say there's no else for this. Level manager doesn't have to do anything. Wait, yeah. There's no current mover stuff. And also desired 0. I mean, yes. So that I don't actually move in the y direction. Or, okay, hold on. Instead of updating my position here. So hit point y is where inside the collider the ray hit. It's inside the collider. That doesn't really matter too much. This game does not have incline and decline surfaces. That's what makes this so stupid easy. So what to do? Plus foot distance. Hit point y plus foot distance. Yeah, I get that. What's the hit point? Is that a world position? If I just take Yo, how's it going? Just draw some stuff on paper here. No, not a bug. Just trying to refine the collision on the ground a little bit. I guess it could be a visual bug. Players here. And I draw a line down to here. This is the world position. It's a problem. Maybe that's a better word for it. It is a problem. So now I find myself doing this. I know what the foot distance is. I know where the top of the collider is, but that's really not that interesting. If I know I'm in the collider, I can easily do that. I don't know. We never synced up, so must be busy. I can assume that, yeah, for now, guess, hold on, what do I know about the collider? What the size? Shape count. Has bounds. The world space bounding area. Has a center, has a size, a min, max. I mean, the max Y is just exactly what I want. Has extents. Extents, this is always half of the size of the bounds. Cherry MX blue. What? So I can just do I can set the position, but I'd rather set the desired move. So the desired move is actually going to get overwritten to be position dot. Oh, key type. I don't know. It is mechanical. The brand is Aukey, A-U-K-E-Y. A-U-K-E-Y. If you want to look that up. Position dot Y. Well, I know where the minus. I guess I want to go a negative amount. I'm going to go some negative amount. guess that doesn't matter. Could be a positive amount. So then it would be hit dot collider dot bounce dot max dot y minus position dot y. Oh no, minus where the foot position is. So I guess desired move, because that's not the amount that I'm moving. I'm just saying exactly how far I want to move. I want to move exactly that far. Oh, so now actually I haven't updated my position. So this is actually kind of weird. So I'm not even going to do this desired move thing for y. What is this? Oh, this is moving a ship. Desired move dot y. 3 variants. Oh, red, blue, and brown. Blue is the loudest. Oh, it is probably blue then, because I get a lot of complaints. I wouldn't say complaints, they're just like, wow. Shit, your keyboard's loud. Oh, look who it is. Yo, what's up? Plus equals this amount. And I just will... Man, the game! All of them. All the one. Okay, hold on. Let's see, screw the desired move dot y. I'm just gonna say position dot y equals hit dot collider dot bounce dot max dot y plus foot distance y. So yeah, originally I was basing it on where it hit inside the collider. So sometimes it was like in the ground a little bit. Note, this only works for 0 incline grounds. So far the game has nothing else, so that's fine. I wouldn't handle them that way in with just this one line. Yeah, I would definitely just throw in probably more math, but I don't think it would be that much extra complexity, but I just don't have to do it because there's nowhere in the game that's ever been made to have incline surfaces. So this is good enough. And then when I hit my head on something, position dot y equals hit dot collider dot bounce dot min dot y minus head distance y. Again, only declines, only 0 incline surfaces. I don't know what the bounds would be of a collider that's rotated. I imagine it would be a square that surrounds the rotated square. So the bounds, like the bounding box of a rotated collider, because the bounds are always a rectangular shape with a specific like lower left corner, upper right corner. Yeah, that's all. Yeah, but I'm not doing incline, so there's no issue. No, I wasn't. Nah. Yeah, I mean, even a rotated collider would have the bounding box be defined as something that's a square around the rotated bounding box. I get it, but then you have no clear what's the min and what's the max, right? It doesn't make a definable rectangle. Unless it rotates the min, but then it's like if you're rotated 180 degrees, then the min is on the top and the max is on the bottom, and that doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. Yeah, but you can rotate it as much of an angle as you want. Oops. I mean, we're not arguing that. We're talking about how does the collider actually calculate its bound. Oh, I'm actually hitting my head on this now. So this actually isn't going to work. So, oh, what the hell? Now that was really funny. I actually have to disable the inside while I'm... So... If not player inside, player inside. I guess then here would be like inside, that's... I don't have a... Getting invited to do an interview to talk about games. If you're down to make it easier to fill space in a few weeks, talk about yourself. Rather talk about the game. Inside. Yeah, I saw you mention that in your Discord. I'm down to do it, but you said it was going to be a Twitter space? I'll just default the inside to be inside selected plus. Oh god, no one ever wants this. No, I mean you are talking to yourself. You're talking to yourself. No, I'm not talking to myself. Oh.
They can't hear me.
No, they couldn't hear you. Now they can hear you. With a market.
I was contemplating just being quiet the rest of the time because there was never someone there.
But you just...
The scent of a madman.
But you just can't shut up, can you?
Hell no. Here's another thing.
And let me add to that.
Yeah. The silence is killing me. I'm still trying to wrap my head around how to mimic this whole thing. How to this whole rooms thing.
And that's what mimes do all the time. They're just trapped in the room.
Yep.
Okay, but now I have to have like different layer for ceiling.
No, you don't.
I do. Sadly, I do.
Adler.
Wall collision mask. Ceiling collision mask. And I will use that on collision. I misspelled collision. Okay, and now these two ceilings will be on the ceiling collision.
Does it say where to make it?
Well, that's not working. Oh, probably because I never set that, huh? Player.
Interesting. Okay. So I'd have to modify.
You're not hosting. You're not hosting this with a marketplace. Okay. So they have a big account or something? Give me the details, man. I want to know the details.
The details.
So there's inside, there's outside. Also, it has to fade out when I get in there. So instead of that, I have to make all these things fade out. It's a huge new NFT marketplace. Are you like, you're not allowed to say who it is or something? It's alright, man. Oh, okay. Cool. Alright, so I have let's get sprite render array outside renders. components and children. Get component and children. Include inactive. So this is sprite render. Copy to another array index. I mean, I can just make this so easy. Equals new, right render, array of size 5. As far as I know, that's how big it is. Size renders that 0 equals outside is, yeah, the cruise. Okay, true. Dot get component. Get component. And this is dot transform dot find region name 1. The problem with this now I guess I can kill all the engine flames. Just deactivate them entirely. Or make it so the inside fades in on top instead. The outside is at 100, the inside is at 0. Let's do it the other way around. This is just going to be inactive off the start. And instead of activating it, I guess it does have to be active, but the sprite render will slowly appear. is at 100. All these guys will be at 110. Much easier to do, I guess. All right. Three. These can go away. This is reactor and reactor window. Yes. Okay. So if I player inside, instead of doing this, well, set active is true, but I guess what I should also do is dot color equals fade in for each side. Render dot color dot A is less than 1. New color C dot A equals plus equals times 2. And C dot A is greater than 1. C dot A equals 1. Okay, that's the fading in. Something happened here. Something is, oh, right. Ha. Okay. Not sure how I did that one. Oh, I never reassigned it, did I? So I did a weird glitch where I jumped out of the ship. Oh, it faded in, yeah. Didn't even notice. So, player OnTriggerExit, set this to ceiling. Get out of here, birds. Take that. All right, faded in. Nice. So now the reactor will be destructible. Which I guess I can put the destroyed reactor behind it. And then randomly generate explosions. Alright, let's go. Cruiser, reactor. Let's add the destroyed reactor. On platform's front. Platform back. Back. I guess this could be a 105. And this goes to the exact same position. I don't have a deadline set up. I imagine I could get it completed in around 2 weeks to 3 weeks at this rate. And that's doing nothing special other than, and that's also my TV being off sync with my TV. That's with nothing special, and I don't know how complicated it's going to be to integrate your damn API. That I'm assuming you've built. Phone off sync with TV. TV. 2.3. Can I put it at 0? These things are weird Y values.
What?
I don't know. Unity just likes to randomly set things to weird Y values. I'm sure there's some reasoning behind it all. Let's see, what is this? 2.3 negative 0.29. 2.3 negative 0.29. It's like it was never there at all. Alright, so now the reactor will have a destructible.
What does parse int do?
Parse int? It turns a string into an int, assuming the string has like a number in it, right? It's a string representation of, like, if you put 100 in quotes and then put parse int around that, it'll turn it to 100, the number.
What if you do trays, 100 trays, and you do parse int on that string? What returns? Does it error out?
100 trays? Like the word tray?
The string 100 trays. So the number 100 space trays, all in one string.
I don't know if it errors out or just returns the number 100, like maybe the first number that it finds.
And then dot match does what?
Dot match.
I'm not too familiar with the reg. What do you call them?
Yeah, regular expressions. They're annoying. They're really
annoying. The regex. Yeah.
That's pretty much what it is doing. It's trying to match a string to a regular expression.
Well, it's doing parse int, and then inside of parse int, it's getting the value from the key dot match.
So it's
and then running in a regedit, trying to get. It says it's extracting the number from the string.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to understand what's actually happening and like how it's doing that.
So the regular expression is filtering out.
Just the number parts of the string. Right?
It's a good question. I don't know if it's 3 endpoints.
24 chunks here. I have this demo here. I cloned over the repo and I'm just going through the files. Actually, not that many files. And most of the code is in here. I'm pretty sure I can fake this without actually using the chunks, even though that could also be helpful.
Body, 2D, it's kinematic, box collider, that's the correct size, that now needs to be
and this is just the way that can fit.
It's destructible.
It has the whole phaser.
10 health. Damage time is nothing. I guess it's an enemy. It has an explosion. Let's see how many explosions I have. Come on, I don't have any explosions. Which one's this? It's like a big one, small one. That one. I'll do explosion 2. Then smaller explosions will start happening. Which I can easily do with game object reactor. And I can also add a sprite render here for this is reactor. Reactor destroyed. And then reactor. Transform dot, or sorry, inside dot transform dot find reactor. That's an object. And if the player's inside reactor equals null or reactor dot. I'm in a string twice, but it only counts as 1. How are you in it twice? Oh, because of your phone and your TV. Oh, that's what you're talking about with out of sync. Got it. Yeah. Some context in your messages might help. Hierarchy, there's also active recursive. Does a reference become null? Let's see. A minute? That's the TV's fault. Oh man. because of the other, this thing? Does that mean I can walk through it? Where's the bullet? Right, it has normal. There's its box collider. Destructible is what probably checks it. Cruiser inside, reactor. Is it because I'm inside of both? And it counts this one instead. Either way, it's kind of hitting it. On trigger. If not invincible, bullet. Type is enemy, and bullet type is player. All that stuff should all be valid. Oh, walking player? Oh. So that's interesting. Is there like walking enemy? No. Walking player. What about that? Okay, so there's also that, so I can just do this as well. If type is enemy and not alive, gain power up. Okay, that's fine. That should change things. Oh shit, what is it hitting? Oh, it's hitting the damn ship because I'm inside of it. I guess I should disable the bounding box once I get in. Ah, shit. Oh, right, because that wall is part of the reactor for some reason. Don't know why. Should just be right there. Yeah, not sure why that's there. Okay, so wall, wall, floor, ceiling, ceiling. Reactor, reactor window, reactor strip. Okay, all the bullets were hitting this damn ship for some reason. Even though this thing is disabled, wasn't it? Oh wait, this thing has the bounding box. No, that's just the ground. This thing has the bounding box. Alright, I'll just put this box collider. It's getting hit because of destructible. I guess I could put all that stuff on the outside part. I guess it doesn't need a shooter. Doesn't have any guns. Doesn't auto shoot. let's move all this stuff. Copy component to ground. No, the ship part I'll leave there, I guess. Guess I just don't need copy component outside. Paste, edit shader, select material. How do you paste a component? Paste component is new. Okay. Box color 2D, copy component, paste component, move, destructible, copy component, paste component, remove destructible, remove box collider, remove rigid body. Auto kill bounds is fine, ship movement is fine, shooter is whatever, cruiser is good. Okay. So now this thing is the destructible thing. That's kind of weird. Shit. I mean, yeah, it's fine. Actually, no, it's not. Because if I destroy it, if I destroy it, it's going to destroy only that part. I guess I could just disable the destructible script. Can I undo this pasting of components? Okay, cool. Move. So yeah, I can just disable my destructible, I guess. Yeah. Or the rigid body. Or the box collider. Anything of these I can probably just disable. So cruiser, once the player is in the ship, do I have access to top ground collider, movement, top ground, collider, yeah, it hides whatever instance. What the hell? What the hell happened? What changed? What the hell happened? The inside never triggered? Or what? Inside set active true. Oh, I guess maybe this failed. layer inside equals true. Something else getting disabled or something?
Should you have? Is it okay to have numbers in a variable name?
Numbers in a variable name, just not at the beginning. They can't be the first thing in the variable name.
Okay.
Traditionally, I don't know. Maybe JavaScript allows it, but most programming languages don't. What does this have to do with anything? Box collider 2D. All I'm doing is disabling my collider. Why does that break everything? Alright, hold on. So what is this now? No, what the hell? Disabling? The box collider. What the hell would happen if it was disabled from the beginning? Nothing. Nothing happened.
That's what you are, just a big nothing.
All the sprite renderers disappeared. Okay. Oh, because one of them was the reactor?
What's another word for adjacent?
Next to?
List adjacent.
Why?
Get next to chunks. I'm trying to name the function, but the name of the function that he had was called list adjacent chunks.
Mm-hmm.
Surrounding. Yeah, but that almost seems like it's the same length.
Oh, you're just worried about the length?
Surrounding.
Ah, whatever, dude.
Well, it's just something that just sounds shorter to me, like easier to remember. But I guess adjacent is probably the most straightforward.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably better because
I just want them to make sense to me.
Yeah, I mean, the thing that should make sense is when you read the function name. I guess you know what it does.
Well, I'm gonna be putting like comments all over this sucker.
Oh, what if it changes?
What do you mean?
You gotta remember to change the comment.
Yeah, isn't that normal?
I don't know. Son of a bitch. This is a weird bug that I don't know why it's happening. Disabling the box collider. Seems to like disable something else. Top ground collider. Huh. This is weird. Alright, so I'll just get the rigid body instead. Rigid body to be. Rigid body. Tell you that's hides inherited member component.rigid body. Are you telling me that I can get rigid body? No, I can't.
Dude, you put your mind to it. That's summer rigid body.
I like. It's so annoying. I must be inheriting like something I can't even access. Rigid body 2D. User rigid body. Dot simulated equals false. Ah, man. What? What is happening?
What? Something weird?
That's super weird. Let me just not do this, right? And then I'll do it after the fact. This is... Okay. I disable rigid body. Simulated. What? Everything disappears? What does that? The whole thing gets destroyed? Is that part of destructible? What's doing that? Rigid body. Never even accessing it. Auto kill bounds? Is that why? Oh, because I'm suddenly not in the auto kill bounds anymore. So I get destroyed. That doesn't even make sense, man. So I get an OnTriggerExit when I disable my box collider or my rigid body.
Okay.
That's dumb. I should get no collision information, but whatever. That's exactly.
Well, did you just what? How did you destroy it? After you destroy it?
What do you mean?
So you're saying you should get no collision data after the fact?
Because I disabled my collider. So disabling my, like if I'm inside a trigger, right? So like a bounding box, right? If I'm inside another box collider, right? So
yeah.
If you set it up as a trigger, then you'll get collision events like OnTriggerEnter and OnTriggerExit.
Okay.
So I get why it's doing it, but it's dumb. If I'm inside a box collider and I disable my box collider, I get the message OnTriggerExit. I understand why, because technically I'm no longer colliding with it, so it gives me on
Because
trigger exit.
because it's checking the on trigger exit based like on a dirty value.
I don't.
I mean,
What
what I've
dirty
seen
value?
what I've seen the dirty value mean is just like what the value was before. So it just checks in the last frame were you
Okay, sure,
colliding,
yeah,
and
right,
if it's
no.
different now, since it would, that's when it triggers
But I have
that.
no collider, right? So I should get no collision information, right? Not even.
No, I think that's just a default of how the on the on trigger exit works. Is that it's working by checking the last known value of it,
I get it.
and it's just what's happening. The only thing I can think of you doing is, well, I mean, what's the downside? What's happening? Why does that matter? Isn't it just
Because
an empty callback?
no, it's actually destroying me.
Oh, why don't you temporarily rewrite the on trigger exit callback and then rewrite it back afterwards?
Ugh, that's so.
It seems, yeah, I know, it does seem terrible,
The other
but
thing that I can do is just disable the auto. It's just not have the auto kill bounce, and then it's probably fine. Let's see here. Just remove auto kill bounds, and then I'll just kill this cruiser manually, or just add auto kill bounds after I'm done. Yeah, that seems fine. And then I can safely disable the other thing.
never safe.
TypeScript? Tell him it's rude. I don't know. Dan said something you did in TypeScript is rude.
What did I do?
I don't know. It was his message from probably like a few minutes ago. What the?
Something I did. I did in TypeScript. I'm not even using TypeScript right now. The whole thing I'm rewriting it is in JavaScript.
Now all these? Oh my god. So now all that shit doesn't work? Okay, so I gotta go back to the box collider method or whatever. Jesus Christ.
Cascade. Effect.
Seriously, man. If the parent object doesn't have a rigid body, then none of the child colliders will be simulated at all. Weird fucking rules in Unity.
Now the other way doesn't seem so bad, does it?
Nah, it's still bad. This is what I was trying to do originally, but it was causing the trigger thing to happen. That was like hours ago. Yeah, I've been streaming for 1 hour.
Is he stuck in a time loop again?
Yeah, right. There we go. Everything works exactly like I want it to now. Done, and it's destroyed. Now I'm gonna do some random explosions all over the place, using numbers in variables. Oh. Yeah, I think every programming language disallows it. Not in variables, but like, I sometimes name variables where it's like, if I don't have an array, and I just have like 2 or 3 variables that hold a similar value, then it's like variable 1, variable 2, variable 3.
Isn't that terrible, though?
Why is that terrible?
Because how are you going to remember what those are?
I mean, if it's like a math formula, right, where you have like x1, x2, x3 or something, and you know what all those are supposed to be for.
I mean, I get it, because at the same time, like, for example, I'm about to iterate over, like, the array, right? And you're going to have, like, generally speaking, in most examples, too, the 2 most common letter ones, when you're doing for loops, especially 2 within them, is the first one is I, the second one is J. At least that's how I've seen them in examples.
Yeah.
But if you're working on a 2D array, I have seen this sometimes, which makes more sense, is to make them
X
R
and Y?
and C.
Oh.
No, R and C.
What?
Because it'll be a row and column.
Oh, okay. I use X and Y.
I mean, that makes sense too.
Yeah. Well, I use Y on the outside, actually.
Use Y.
Y
Oh, yeah,
and-
that
Y
makes
and
sense.
an X.
YX, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll work too.
Yeah.
But I mean, at that point, you're just.
I definitely don't
That is
even
what
use.
the-
I don't use I and J that often anymore. Only for like very, very short loops. Like if I'm doing something like very dumb inside of a loop, then I'll use it.
To me, it's just one of those force of habits. I've seen it used in so many examples, and you're right, when it doesn't, when like the actual name doesn't necessarily matter. And it's also like I is one of those things that you just know, okay, offhand, I is just a placeholder for a number. Temporary number use, that's it. Throwaway variable. But then the other ones, like if you were to start putting like X, Y, C, Z, I wouldn't know what the hell that means. I'd have to read the code.
Mm-hmm.
And it's okay to do that, but I guess that's where the comments come into play, right? Like if you leave a comment that says X is this, represents this, whatever.
Is this the thing that's getting disabled, this box collider? I can still get its attributes, even if it's disabled. Okay, so I can do random explosions if destroyed. Explosion timer 0, explosion max equals 0.5, explosion min equals 0.001. And then explosion timer is greater than. Oh, I guess this has to be. Could I randomly generate it every frame? Guess I could. Explosion time. Explosion. Min. Y. X. Okay, 0.00. Okay, it's greater than explosion time. And then reset explosion time equals random dot random range split explosion min max else explosion. No, here do explosion. Explosion. Okay. So far up. On the keyboard, it's hard to type numbers on a keyboard. It's also a keypad on a lot of keyboards. Number pad, I mean.
I see those less and less. Most people get rid of those,
Yeah,
especially when they make their own builds. I mean, I can see where it's handy.
When you're
Some
using
people
a
get the little
calculator,
extra.
it's really handy.
Yeah, if you do a lot of number stuff, it makes sense. Some people have the separate number pad, which is also cool, so you can get it out of the way. I just think it makes the keyboard way too fucking big. That's all.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about getting the split keyboard. Have you seen those?
Oh, the weird one that's like ergonomic
The half and
or
half
whatever.
diagonal thing. Yeah. There's ones that take that approach where it's still one keyboard, but the keys are like there's a split in the orientation of the keys, and then there's another one where it's two actual devices that plug in.
I guess, yeah. If you're like a serious gamer, you just like take the right one and like shove it out of the way and like only use the WASD, and then a mouse, right?
Yeah. Yeah. The only thing, the most likely thing I would do is probably get a kit. I've been looking into that. I think I told you about that before.
Mm-hmm.
Getting just doing a mechanical keyboard kit. I want it to have RGB and stuff. It's gonna cost a few $100s.
Remember when I made that dumb computer case out of wood?
I thought it was really cool.
It was pretty cool because it was like a little modular where you could like pop open like components, like lift open the hard drive bay and like look inside.
I just dug the idea. It was like,
You could do that with a keyboard too.
tech and old school. You know what I mean? Like if somebody were to put in, like, for example, a lot of people like to refurbish, I guess, or renew antiques to their original state.
Mm-hmm.
But why wouldn't you just upgrade on it? So it's like an old school housing, but it's like new tech on the inside.
Yeah, I guess if it was something that didn't have like a lot of history or something that people cared about.
Like you could get one of the old school Macs. Remember the colored kind of see-through ones? That the whole PC was in the monitor. And now since like everything's a lot smaller, you can fit your whole PC like a lot better stuff in there, and you know it'll be, if you like that particular nostalgia style.
Explosion 1, where is it? Explosion 1. So now what this is going to do is if explosion instantiate explosion in a random position. So I need a x equals random dot range collider box collider dot bounds dot min dot x box collider dot bounds dot box dot x. This should be a float. Y is the same thing, except it's y. And this would be, I guess I don't know what the z is other than 0. 3, x, y, 0, and...
You remember that terrible escape game?
Yeah, the one that wasn't really, I guess it was an escape game. But it wasn't.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a puzzle game. It was like the only thing that was worthy of a puzzle was the thing in the very beginning and the thing at the very end.
Where it actually had a puzzle, like
Yeah.
the little number part. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything else was just like, hey. And I think that's probably how they padded their game. You know, like probably the monsters were a lot easier to avoid the first time around, and then they realized like, oh, this makes the game like 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Like, I just make the monsters harder. All right.
Yeah. The puzzles were all number related and were all actually pretty good. And they were consistent, you know. And then redo that. Okay. Let's see if this thing explodes. A little crazy like. Nope. There's no randomness there. Is it because the box collider has no bounds? Let's see, box collider dot enable equals true. Oh shit.
What happened?
It's a lot more explosions than I thought it was gonna be. Now the box collider's back, so can I do a quick like enable disable? Like that. And will that enable it for one frame or disable it to the frame? Yeah, so that works, and it keeps it disabled. It's a crazy amount of explosions though. So let me just, I don't know, increase the maximum amount of time. But half a second seems too long to wait for an explosion, so I don't know. Oh, what's up? I have a feeling something's wrong with the timer. It's just constantly exploding, like every frame. Alright, where am I doing the random explosions? Explosion min, explosion max. Oh. Set the timer back to 0. So that's probably a small amount of time now, 0.2 or something. Yeah, that's more reasonable. Now the window has to shatter, but I don't feel like doing that today. Yeah, pretty cool. All right. Hi, Leilani. All right, dude. I'll be back tomorrow. Peace out.